I am going to give you a couple basic reasons why you will benefit from turning off Alex Jones. Alex Jones is probably the biggest sociopath to ever walk the earth in the modern digital age of the alternative media. But Alex Jones, a man that seems to have been brought back to earth to clean up his old karma from his own conquering days. There's darkness in Alex Jones. There's darkness in his eyes. There's darkness in his aura. There's darkness in how he hypnotizes you. He mixes truth with darkness, and he has many under a spell. I don't give a shit about how you receive this message and how many of you defriend me, because I now understand that Alex Jones has some of you under mind control on a subtle level. Now, you need to know that there are quite a few people out there that are only involved in causing division. In every group of human behavior, especially with something good, that's the evil side of this planet. And those are the people that attack people. Oh, you're posting out. You guys are the... Differentiate what I'm doing from what they're doing. They're claiming these things and they have no evidence. And yet they're not promoting truth. They're not engaged in exposing the New World Order. They're trying to shut down the fucking truth. But what you need to understand is why people like Piers Morgan have Alex Jones on CNN to flip the fuck out and make your family members think he's a fucking screwball. You need to understand what kind of spirit lives in Alex Jones when he goes to the Austin gun rally and he bullhorns over John Bush when he sees a younger man, an up-and-comer, who's speaking eloquently about the Second Amendment and gun rights. As you see Catherine work to make him accountable for his actions as he screams at the feminine. Get the hell out of my face! It's the Second and Third Amendment! Get the hell out of my face, bitch! The Democratic Party sent you in here! Possessed by his own rage. You know I don't like that, Michelle Malkin. That's horrible. Writing a book about putting Americans in camps because they question the government. But Alex Jones manipulated what happened in Denver when he literally reached over and like a fucking agent trying to stir shit up, pushed her bodyguard to instigate a response. Time and time again, Alex Jones has lied to you about things he's involved in or what happened at the protest. There's no evidence Dallas police punched him in the stomach. Sure, they were fucking violent. We understand that. There's a big difference between someone punching you in the stomach and someone aggressively pushing you against the wall. Even if you almost fell over, even if someone stepped on your fucking cord, there is the truth and there is a fucking lie. You also have Alex Jones listeners that have discernment, that take what they want and leave the rest, and I've always been an advocate of that. Do I say or believe that all of his material is bullshit? Never once have I said that in this video. If you're trying to quote me, you better have some fucking facts before you open your mouth. Think before you even perceive what I'm saying. Take me quote for quote and word for word. Don't put words in my mouth. Alex Jones is one of the most talented men on the earth. Do you not understand what I'm saying? But he's also an evil spirit who is hell-bent on domination of the alternative media. And if you listen to too much Alex Jones, you will be pulled into his own delusions. Knowingly or unknowingly, he's lying to you about the New World Order because Russia's a part of it and so is China. And they have plans to dominate this country in about 10 years, and then American women will be in a lot of danger. Alex Jones isn't warning you about that. He's keeping the focus on our own government. Well, he knows better, because in America Destroyed by Design in 1997, he covered China. But now he's covering it in the paradigm. It's East versus West. That's bullshit, Mr. Jones. Free speech incorporated with a mysterious address on Congress as a front, with everybody having to sign a confidentiality agreement if they visit your real studio in Austin. Oh, it's for safety concerns. Sure, Yet the government knows where you are. CBS knows where you are. CNN knows where you are. ABC knows where you are. Russia Today knows where you are. Barack Obama knows where you are, Mr. Jones. Vladimir Putin knows where you are, Mr. Jones. The CIA knows where you are, Mr. Jones. But your own people do not, because you have created barriers between the people and yourself. You have mind-controlled your employees. You have told certain people things over the years, and you don't think some of us are sixth sense aware enough to know that you think this is a fucking business. You fucking freak. You fucking freak. shitting all over yourself like a fucking beetle. You know those analogies you gave in Matrix of Evil? The U.S. being like a bug spitting all over itself so the UN can come in and occupy the United States. You are the fucking spitting beetle. Spitting all over yourself. You're working to destroy this country. And you and Putin, no doubt, have some sort of connection. I feel it. I feel the Putin force in you. And I feel so sorry for all of these people that are playing into the hands of the New World Order that are now going to use Russia, China to conquer the U.S. For all of you that just woke up in the last decade, you need to look at what was said about the New World Order before Alex Jones came onto the scene. And what was said was this. Things like America will be used to destroy America. You've seen evidence of that. 9/11, inside job, Iraq, and now our military is being weakened. Sure, we have military bases all over the world, but those military bases can be built and just occupied by foreign fucking troops, nuts! Our military supremacy, Navy, all of that changes when China, Russia have the upper hand on the rare earth minerals, when they have the upper hand in technology. In a matter of moments, our defenses could come down. But what a lot of people don't look at, and what Alex Jones won't talk to you about, is how from within the defenses are coming down. It's just Barack Obama against the world. That's bullshit, Mr. Jones. And every one of you that are believing Alex Jones are falling for his game. A lot of you are under a form of hypnotic trance. And there's a script to it. There is no hope. There is an end game. Let me just say this. When all this is said and through, you're going to wish they killed 80% of us. When there are fucking gang rapes in America and your fucking sister is disappearing from the streets after we're fucking occupied, you're gonna wish they killed 80% of us. You're gonna fucking wish to God they killed us when you see what's coming to America. And with that, I'll stop screaming. But there is a masculine in me that will not be suppressed by any of you. I don't care if you keep watching or not. Alex Jones, behind the scenes, for those involved in alternative media, is a parasite and a cancer. He infects his listeners. If someone like me has a different opinion, his listeners will go ape shit. His listeners and me should be allies. We're brothers in this. We've always been brothers in this. We've always been on the same side. Always. Yes, there's a new world order. Yes, Alex Jones seems to be the main person in the last decade that's done so much to wake up so many. But take a closer look at what you're fucking saying. You're discounting the organic ability of a human being to recognize truth when they find it. And you're giving one man way too much credit. You're almost putting him at the level of a fucking god. And what you need to do, goddammit, excuse me, is stop putting mammon above God or the Creator. For those of you that are Christians that listen to Alex Jones, you are listening to someone that's putting you under a satanic spell. A true Christian would not engage in backdoor attempts to silence perceived competition. Alex Jones works to shut down other voices in alternative media, other micro-broadcasters. All you have to do is a little bit of homework on people that have had first-hand dealings with Alex Jones. This is not a bash on Alex Jones, calling him some sort of Vatican assassin, ninjutsu master. The people dabbling in those conspiracy theories may well be plants themselves to take you away from the true sociopath that is Alex Jones. Every former employee of Alex Jones could tell you what Alex Jones is really like, but Alex Jones is actually prepared with the legal department to sue them if they speak about what life is really like inside the InfoWars compound. Alex Jones is building a media empire. In and of itself, he is the mainstream media within the alternative media. He's not being suppressed by YouTube. He's not being suppressed by Google. Alex Jones is number one. Alex Jones! Alex Jones is number one. And because he is number one, no matter how many times I unsubscribe from his channel and other channels now so I don't have to see his demon eyes looking at me. It's disturbing. You guys can't see it. It's fine. Some of you can. I can't stand looking at his fucking eyes. I'm not bothered by his voice. I think that's kind of funny how troubling his voice is for some people, but I'd be lying to you if I told you that I didn't have a creepy feeling the first time I came around Alex Jones or listened to him. first I thought I was listening to a Nazi commander, like Cobra Kai. It's funny how he likes to pretend that he's these demons. Google Satan Speaks, by the way. That's a Freudian slip for you. Google Alex Jones, Satan Speaks, and you will see the king of all Freudian slips. I believe that Alex Jones has sold out to himself. Has he sold out to other groups or agencies? Very few people have provided evidence. I do suspect, though, that in this new world order, there are international intelligence agencies that supersede what China has, MI5, MI6, KGB, and CIA, and there may be double, triple agents, quadruple agents that supersede the whole thing. If anything, he's that. Because what he's doing is he's working to bring down morale here in the United States, and he is literally boosting the image of Russia, in particular Vladimir Putin. Alex Jones, for whatever reason, has something invested in Russia today, in Russian intelligence agencies, in Vladimir Putin. And anyone that knows Russia's history understands what they've done to the people of Afghanistan. Sometimes I think these people are overly obsessed with this fear that the white man's world is ending. Because Alex Jones and Jeff Rense and so many others, they almost speak as if all this is about the brownies coming to take from the white man. And this rhetoric appeals to the scared white man and woman that are afraid of the walls being breached. Yet I am the one that is telling you directly that in the year 2025, I suspect that at the apex of solar cycle 25, culminating between 2022 and 2025, the breaches are coming down in America, and Chinese and Russian troops are going to pour in. And this is going to be a conspiracy by design from within this country, and it's totally compatible with the early work of Alex Jones. Somewhere on the way to the top, Alex Jones and his message changed, and it really took a turn around 2006, 7, and 8. Once he got that, I don't know what it was about in-game, but there was something about that period when he released in-game that I went in different directions, and Alex Jones never talked to me again. Anyone that is perceived to be critical of Alex Jones will never, as they say, work in this town again. Alex Jones is a consultant, admittedly, to Jesse Ventura's TV show in the past, and I suspect he has been when Russia Today was having a lot of American conspiracy theorists on. And there was a point in time where Liz Wall, who resigned from Russia Today, she invited me onto Russia Today, but I've been speaking about the global new world order, and I've done interviews with people that believe that there will be occupation here on U.S. soil by Chinese-Russian forces. I can't help but wonder if there was something that I said that motivated that producer to make sure that I was not going to be on that show. As I speak, you might hear the fighter jets above me. I'm not too far from the National Guard. When it goes down, ladies and gentlemen, it's going down here. You guys got all your focus on Texas? I'll tell you, Dallas ain't safe. Austin ain't safe. Central Texas ain't safe. But neither is the Portland area either, because of the proximity that we are to the Pacific Ocean. We are the West Coast. We are on the West Coast. We are in the danger zone. I don't see it being necessarily Texas or Chinese troops coming up from the Mexican border. The people Alex Jones has promoted, the people Alex Jones has brought on the show, as far as the younger males, they've been people that have been Alex Jones Kool-Aid drinkers. And people like Luke Kradowski, who has already been accused of being a thief of funds that were supposed to go to first responders and their medical bills, and instead went to his school bills. I've tried to reach out to people like Luke Kradowski and others for years, not so I can be in the cool club, but so that I can actually feel like I'm a part of a fucking family. When you grow up half Afghani and you're the only Afghani truther in America, and America thinks that your dad's country did 9/11, that fucks with your head. Of course, people like me early on, being young, would be drawn to people like Alex Jones, Luke Kradowski, and others, because we are all in this together. But I don't see the racial diversity that should exist. I see xenophobia. I see Islamophobia. I see all these things, and can't wonder if there's a reason why their movement is so white. This involves every color, every culture, every language, every human, and it's man and woman. I speak more about the attack on the feminine, and as insane as that is, women attack me. And yet Alex Jones is talking about the war on the men. It's limited. Honestly, I feel like you put us in the same room, it's like a light and a dark. It's like I have this feminine side of me, and he's got this just, he emanates the aura of a monster. He emanates the frequency of an archonic Nephilim, to be honest with you. And so does Mr. Kokesh. There's something about them that's based in self-interest, and you see the teamwork to help them elevate themselves to be in these positions of leadership when they themselves have shown themselves to be not fit to lead. As far as Alex Jones being a tough guy, hey, Alex Jones, anytime you want to get in the ring, I will fuck you up in minutes. Because you don't have the heart for humanity inside you. You have the hunger of a beast that wants more food, that wants more control. Anyone that thinks that they need to be on top of the whole planet and the alternative media has a fucking agenda, because that doesn't really fulfill you as a spiritual being in your so-called connection with God. As you cry for the children, oh, the children! Who fake cries? Who does that? And more or less, who believes that and goes, Alex Jones, Alex Jones, Alex Jones! And that's what you are if you attack me for what I'm doing. You are a freak cult member that has no clue what Alex Jones represents. Can you take the good he has done and leave the rest? Yes, I said that last video. Did you take notes? Are certain things that he says correct? Yes, but many of these things can be found yourself if you have a certain intellectual capacity. If you don't, then you're just a follower. I would advise listening to other shows. I would advise being a human being that's not just mesmerized by flashing graphics and, ooh, look at the demon. Now, when you start to monitor the video screen behind him, you will see devil horns, you will see Masonic symbol. I don't know why Alex does this. And I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm saying there's an issue here. He's using the symbolism of V itself. Do you understand? Do you understand? I will talk to you like Alex Jones talks to you, punk. Do you understand that Alex Jones uses symbolism to get you to keep coming back? You like yelling? I can yell too, because that Alex ain't the only Alex that's on fire at this white supremacy bullshit that exists in the alternative media. Meanwhile, I speak of the Chinese-Russian plot to occupy American soil. And he diverts you to fat black TSA workers, hands down the pants, hands down the pants, hands down the pants, like that. No Vaseline, just dry rub. DHS, Homeland Security, TSA, it's all real. It's all real. But manufactured civil war is stage one to weaken us for the invasion. Alex Jones is right on board with banging the drums to war for civil unrest. He's lying out of his teeth when he says one thing one day and the other day says, I don't want a civil war. No, I want to. And then people say, oh, Alex Jones is totally an agent. He doesn't want us to fight. Well, it's a mix of things. He doesn't want you to fight the right enemy. He wants you to fight the wrong enemy. And he's doing this knowingly or unknowingly. I'm not going to go all out and accuse him of knowing that he's doing all of this, because I'm going to close here. I think at the very end of the day that there is a spirit of wickedness that's behind the New World Order that's not human. And I believe that Alex Jones' greed, his anger, his rage, his paranoia, that Alex Jones is sold out to the dark side and his lower self. Those of you that are focused on Israel only, CIA only, those of you that discount Russia's influence, you got your head up your fucking ass. And you are making the people that criticize the real Alex Jones look crazy, like you have your own agenda to divert what I'm saying. There's a spirit of evil that lives in that beast called Alex Jones. And it's a spirit of evil that controls his former employees. It's a spirit of evil and paranoia that thinks other Alexes are competition. It's a spirit of evil and domination where you're like, well, you'll never work in this town again if you ever expose what he does. That's evil. And when you use your platform to terrify people into submission and you say there's no hope whatsoever, knowingly or unknowingly, sir, Mr. Jones, you're working for the dark side. Because I've seen through my travels what you've done to your audience. You are seen literally as a god. And whatever you're preparing your audience for is going to be determined by your actions in the next decade. What we know is his past. The Austin gun rally, the Michelle Malkin incident, lying about all the facts in Dallas, Texas, controlling his former employees, blacklisting other people from the movement, making sure that he controls the micro FM in whatever ways he can in Austin and other places. All you need to do is step back from the conspiracy theorists that think Alex Jones is a Vatican assassin and focus on those that actually have met and worked with Alex Jones. That's where the story is. Not people on the internet spinning conspiracy theories, but people that actually have worked with Alex Jones and understand the Free Speech LLC business plan. And I hope that in the next decade, more people that used to work for Alex Jones speak out, because when that starts to happen, there's going to be a lot of healing take place. It's going to be turbulent and traumatic for a lot of people. But in the end, you're going to see the truth. The truth will set you free, but first, it's going to piss a lot of Alex Jones fans off. I'm Alex Ansary signing off. Thanks for watching.